Sometimes we go very sad in the street, watching our food, not paying attention to the others. What happens that make us, let's say, like this, when basically we are fat pigs with a lot of things, with almost everything, and basically with this everything also because we are also, let's say, we are rich because sometimes they are poor. So knowing all these things might affect me. Maybe I know because I have spotted some front page or some people talking. Maybe I know that I am responsible for some of the destruction, the ecological destruction. I am also involved with some unfair things. I have my part of responsibility, but where do I put it when I know, for example, this story tell me that a lot of weapons are being sold from here to, let's say, some countries that might use them in a strange way, like most weapons. And then knowing these things, knowing what I know makes me a monster. So I accumulate all this news, all this info, all these talks, because what is new, for example, from now and before is that now we know almost everything. We have a point of alarm telling them, oops, there is something too. We see it very small. Oh, it's the warmest, it's the hottest, it's the burning, we see it. And oops, it's small enough. Besides, there is something that make a diversion, but we have time to make a glimpse and to grab it and to say, okay, this, I might take it seriously, but someone, somewhere, somehow, not someone, but someone is me. Something make me disappear what I don't want to know. And this action of making disappearing what I don't want to know might cause a certain, let's say, sadness in me, undevelopment in me, because accumulating all these points, almost like stones going in my body, where I have rejected the truth, where I reject responsibility, where I reject taking action, and I accept basically to see sometimes some crimes without saying anything. Where does this go in my body? It might block me somewhere in my circulation, maybe of blood or some kind of chemical stuff that makes me apathic. And this accumulation of stones that makes me apathic create bigger and bigger stone and maybe provoke bigger and bigger sadness, and actually makes me ignore also where I should have taken the responsibility to act. So my big question is to find out where does this movement of not seeing goes, and what is the procedure that make us watch something, let's say even entertainment, a scene where we see hardcore torture or something. Personally, I don't get high of those, I run away, but seeing this talk, how do I do to still stay in front of the scene without going away, without screaming, but just sitting and waiting the next scene? So this process might be a process that keep us apathic and keep us without a lot of energy.